It's important to foster a friendship with them so that the communication is there, so that you know that that person has your back no matter what. Helped us to keep our relationship strong. That's my best friend.
So you and Cameron have been together. You just celebrated your 6th anniversary. How are you guys doing now?
Oh, we're doing amazing. It's so crazy to believe that we're entering into our 7th year of marriage. What? Where does time go? Like, how old am I? What day is it? It's so crazy, but life has been a blessing. I am so grateful to have Cam by my side. He is literally the best partner that a woman can ask for. So I'm grateful to have the honor of being his wife.
So sweet. Do you have any secrets for keeping things as strong as they've been all these years?
Ooh, secrets. I would say remain best friends with your spouse. I feel like a lot of just relationships or marriages sometimes just like, okay, husband, house, this, and it starts to become like a business relationship almost, which you need that too to manage a household and if you have children. But I also think that it's important to foster a friendship with them so that the communication is there, so that you know that that person has your back no matter what, so that you know that you can go to them in your most vulnerable moment and not be afraid of how they'll treat you or judge you or your reaction. So that has really helped us to keep our relationship strong. That's my best friend.
So you recently opened up about some of your fertility struggles. I was wondering if there's any update there, anything you'd be willing to share, or how you're just doing mentally today.
You know what? I'm doing all right today. It's funny that you asked that because I'm in the middle of an IVF cycle right now. I had a very big appointment today. So, keep us in your prayers and send us all the good energy, and hopefully I'll have some good news for y'all down the line once everything is good. So just throw up a prayer for me. But mentally, IVF is hard. It's a very difficult journey. You have your mental ups and downs, same with your body. You're on hormones, you gain weight, you do this, you do that. So it's been a journey, but thank God I have an amazing support system. Cam, friends, since we opened up, all of our supporters, our online cousins, as we like to call them, have been reaching out with love and support. So we're feeling good. We're feeling hopeful.
What made you feel ready to start talking about it publicly?
One, because it's one of our most asked questions. Literally every day someone's asking me, when are you gonna have a baby? When are you gonna have a baby? So we just thought that it was time to share where we were in that journey, but also to share so that people can feel seen. I mean, IVF is not so taboo. There are so many women and men that go through this process to conceive, and we wanted people to feel seen. And then with us having our Love Seed podcast, we felt like it was the perfect vehicle to share that, open up and be vulnerable with our audience.
So fertility can obviously be a tough topic to navigate within a marriage, but so can finances. And you are partnering with Kelley Blue Book to talk about for a podcast mini series.
Yeah.
Love if you could tell us about how this podcast is going to help listeners start the year off on a good note in terms of their finances and their mental health.
Absolutely. The name of the podcast is called Life and Drive, and it's really a celebration of Kelley Blue Book's Best Buy Awards for this year, 2025, where, they highlight the best of the best in different categories with vehicles, and experts share who they think are the creme de la creme. So we're kind of taking that same sentiment and we're bringing it to the podcast.
How do you and Cameron handle your finances?
We talked about finances right away. Like, that was one of the first things when we met in person. It was like, are you in debt? What do you have going on? You have a job? Do you make this much? And we were just very honest. And I think that it's important to do that in a relationship. I know that a lot of people kind of shy away from it because it's like taboo, but especially if you're planning on getting married, it's important to know where you guys both stand so that there's no surprises. But even still today, me and Cam are very transparent about our finances. Like me, I like to shop. Cam likes to save. So we have to meet in the middle. We have our moments, but overall we want to do what's best for our home and for our future, for our family. So, we meet in the middle and we tend to agree.
And since you're working with Kelley Blue Book, I would love to know who the better driver is, you or Cam?
Oh, I'm gonna say me all day. Now, if you ask Cam, he'll probably say something different, but I feel like I drive safely to get where I'm going. I feel like Cam is more of a mosier. I feel like he's about to pop in here any moment and be like, what? But I feel like I drive with a purpose. Cam's like, oh, do. But I'm still safe. Don't get me wrong. So I would say me.
So we are about to enter into a new season of Love is Blind. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the show has changed pretty dramatically since the first season when you were in it. Do you feel like maybe the fact that the show became so popular is part of the reason why some of these couples haven't lasted as well?
Yeah, I feel like when we were on the show, we were the very first season. It was a real experiment for us. We didn't have anybody ahead of us to be like, oh, this is how we should be on the show to get more camera time or this and that. And I feel like with any reality TV show, as it progresses, people start to see what worked for other people and try to mimic that instead of just being themselves, which is where they go wrong in the first place. Because a lot of times I feel like people think that it will get them camera time and TV time and fame, but a lot of the time it's the reverse. Like, you become infamous and people are not cheering you on. They're like, boo, tomato. So, but it's definitely changed a lot. I feel like people's intentions appear to be different now. I would love to see on the future episodes, people are for the right reasons. Like, if you're not vibing with someone, or if you really don't feel like this is the person for you, your husband or wife, leave the show. Walk away, okay? It's okay. You're gonna have to get divorced anyway if you don't do it. So why waste the time, energy, and money? You feel me? So just be true to yourself, be true to your goals for yourself, the relationship that you really want, a healthy relationship. And if it's not going in that direction, walk away.
And speaking of divorce, we have that couple, I want to call them Tyler and Ashley.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Ashley.
What are your thoughts on that situation? Like, do you think they should have maybe never gotten married?
Yeah. I mean, it's like, are we surprised? I'm surprised it took this long, because what? And I understand that everyone has their own journey, okay? So I try not to judge, but girl, any man that denies his children in any way, shape, or form, when there's clearly proof of his relationship with the children, just to be on a TV show for what? That speaks to someone's character, I believe. That's not the type of person I will see being a successful marriage. Because if he's gonna deny his children, girl, what's he gonna do to you? So, I'm just, God bless them both. I wish them the best, and I think it was the right decision to get a divorce.
What are your thoughts on the idea of them adding 24/7 surveillance cameras to the apartments in Love is Blind? Because we've missed so many of the big arguments that seem to be the moment that things fall apart. And so many reality shows do incorporate the cameras that are always on. What do you think of that?
Ooh, as someone who actually lived it, I'm not a fan of that as someone being filmed, but as the audience, I'm sure the audience is like, yes, we want it all. We want to see you go to the bathroom. We want to see you in the shower. I understand that the audience wants to see everything. As someone on the other side of it, sometimes it's like, y'all, I need a break. This is a lot. Mentally, I need to not be filmed. And it's funny that you mentioned that, because even after we stopped filming Love is Blind, I went through something called phantom mic and camera syndrome, where I would be talking to Cam and I'd be like, oh my God. But this was way after the show had stopped. I would think that I was being filmed and recorded. So it could be a lot. So I think 24/7 is a bit much. It's a bit much. Yeah.
And the fans have long been requesting that you and Cam step in as the hosts and, take out Nick and Vanessa.
Yeah.
Put you guys in instead. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't think that Netflix is having that. I think that Nick and Vanessa are in it for the long haul, which is completely fine. And, maybe one day me and Cam will have our own dating show. It may be a little different than Love is Blind, and we'll be the host of that show. But, Nick and Vanessa and their relationship with Netflix, they seem to love them. So who are we to intervene? Do your thing. But hopefully, one day soon you'll see me and Cam hosting a show of our own.